Well, hi guys, and welcome back to Tyrell Models. It's a new tool day today. This one is from Green Stuff World. You may have seen a few of their tools across the site if you've had a good look at the store. I've kind of cherry picked the best bits from their catalogue, and there's a few tools coming very soon. I was testing a couple this morning, which look quite promising. Today, it's a fairly simple tool. It's a spatula set, but this time it's made out of silicone, which makes the spatulas more flexible than you would normally buy maybe in a craft shop or a hobby store. I was looking for something to spread some materials across a flat surface. In my case, it was epoxy resin. I just wanted to have a better way of moving the stuff around. But these kind of spatulas can be used for any material really that you want to move onto maybe a flat surface. So, as usual, I will flip the camera to my bench and we'll have a look at this new tool from Green Stuff World. See you in a second. Okay guys, here we are at the bench. Right, so these paddles, as they call them, these silicone paddles, which have come in from Green Stuff World. I think we might in this country probably call them spatulas or something like that, but in their infinite wisdom, Green Stuff World have dubbed them silicone paddles. As you say, you get three in the pack. Now, I came to these because I was trying to find a way of moving around some epoxy resin. Sometimes I use this stuff to stick various things together. Normally, not very large areas, but I came to a point with a diorama. I wanted to stick something on the top of the base, and I wanted some way of moving this stuff around fairly easily and also evenly. And the stiff spatulas, or the stiff past spatulas, which I'd sort of use from standard from craft shop, or even palette knives, weren't really working for me because they were stiff because they didn't deform. Yeah. So I was looking around for something that would allow me to do that had a sort of level of flexibility. And when these came in, I was expecting them to be stiff. The silicone on the end to be hard, so it's hard. It's a hard surface to move against. But I was pleasantly surprised to find that these actually are flexible. So let's get one out of the box, and I'll show you what I mean, because it could be something very useful for you guys, just to have around on your bench. Just so it's available when you come to a point like I did when I was trying to move some materials around. So we'll put that there. So that's the guy itself. So that's how big it is. I think, again, pen-like in the hand, very chunky base, chunky handle. Feels very much like a marker pen in the hand when you're using it in the sort of that motion. But what I really liked was this flexibility on the air. See, I expected this not to be as flexible, but because it's silicone, it deforms and flexes, as you can see. So when you're using it in that motion, yeah, you can literally move stuff around like you wouldn't believe, with lots and lots of accuracy, which is what I was looking for. Really useful to be able to do that. Simply because this end is flexible, and because the handle is also a good size. In my hand, that's a perfect diameter for me for holding various things. You'll see me talk about that a lot, so I'm very happy with the ergonomics of this guy. So it's a very easy thing to use. I came to it because I was trying to put down that epoxy resin, but of course it's also very useful if you're trying to do this kind of stuff. I use a lot of these kinds of materials in my dioramas. This one's the terrain natural for earth for dioramas from AK. Loads of different ones available, but I tend to go for these things. And this material is quite stiff and quite viscous. Yeah. What I found when I tried to put this down onto a surface with a standard spatula, which is stiff, it really wasn't moving it around as I'd like. Ideally, something that would flex and move with the material, and also how I decide to move that material around on the surface. And of course, this thing is absolutely perfect for that. So what I want to do, I just want to show you how it goes down on a surface. I'm going to get a bit of plastic card, yeah, which I'll just cut to size. So let's get some of this out of the pot, and I just want to put it onto this plastic card. Oh yeah, not too much. I just want to show you how it actually works in sort of practice. If you like, let me get a bit of kitchen towel over. So I'm bound to make an absolute mess. So let's do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on top of a bit of kitchen towel. Not get the material in there. Just so I can go edge to edge, then you guys can see how it actually works. So let's put that away. Now this stuff, it's a lot of texture in there, so lots of material in there to give you that texture when you come to paint this. Yeah. So let me just do it there. I'll try and angle it a little bit so you can see how this works. So what I've been doing is that motion. But because it's flexible, you can see I'm flexing that onto the actual surface itself. Now, if I wanted this stuff to be totally flat, like that, for instance, I'm just showing you that. Yeah, that end there, for instance. Now, that course, that could be road surface or asphalt even. You know, that kind of thing. But if I wanted to move this maybe into more of a clump, or move it into maybe into a shaped area, which I was going to then come in with some extra tools later, you can absolutely do that as well. If I do that and then do that, for instance, I can get sort of textured areas. Maybe that's been some kind of mud effect, which has been churned up by wheels, or maybe tracks, that kind of thing. So on that end, you can get this kind of effect. Yeah, because I use this to put the material down initially, and then for instance, that tool which I just used a second ago to go in and make some more changes. Or what I have is a pack of these kinds of tools, which sculptors use, clay sculpting, to go in and then start making more detailed effects with these kinds of tools. But you can imagine if I tried to put that material down, say with this tool, for instance, that's not going to work. Not going to work very well. But the large area of this thing is also it's shaped, allows me to do, as I say, very flat areas if I wanted to, but also gather this stuff up and put it in really any kind of shape I want. But because it's flexible, it deforms to whatever I'm trying to achieve there, which is what I really liked. And of course, then cleanup is very, very easy indeed. I just literally wipe this off, and because this material is water based, get some water and away you go. If you were using other materials like glues, for instance, I'd probably give this a wipe with a bit of ISO, and that would get the material off without any problems at all. So that became very, very useful for me. I was doing a diorama, and that's how I came to it, because I was trying to put down some flat material for road surfaces, having a real game trying to get it flat. Yeah, as I said, the hard spatula, because it was pulling, it wasn't really giving me the kind of accuracy I was looking for. So I had to look around. Of course, as usual, I found a tool which I felt was going to be ideal for that. I guess for that scenario. So again, it's one of those really useful to have available on your bench. When you get to, let me just wait for that aeroplane to go over. Otherwise, you won't be able to hear me. I dare say he's off to Cosford, as I'm not very far from there. What was I saying? Yes, so it's useful to have something like this, I think, available on your literally as part of your toolbox. And if you're doing lots of dioramas, absolutely, I think if you're moving materials around to create various kinds of surfaces, this guy could be absolutely transformative, the way you actually move those kinds of materials around. As I say, I use lots of different kinds of stuff. A lot of stuff from the terrain section, the terrain range from AK, but really it's any kind of a material which you're trying to use for dioramas or building vignettes, for instance. But really anything that you want to put down as a flat surface, I think that's ideal for this because of its flexibility. So that's the silicone paddles, as Green Stuff will call these. Those are on the store as you watch this. So it could be an ideal tool for you, maybe even solve an issue which you may have been struggling with for some time. As usual, guys, any questions, any queries, do come back to me. And of course, keep on modelling.